Boozhoo, my name is Maria, but most of you know me as Boujee Bush Girl. I work at the kay-nuh-chi-wah-nung Historical Center. The center is not only a museum, but it has also been a gathering place for thousands of years. It is home to the largest concentration of burial mounds in Canada, as well as the largest mound in Canada. The center is located on Treaty 3 land and on the traditional territory of Rainy River First Nations. Welcome to Season 2 of Boozhoo Workshops. Boozhoo means to make or create objects through traditional teachings that positively contribute to Anishinaabe spiritual health. I hope you enjoy. Bonjour everyone, I'm Maria, as you all know, and today we're going to be doing a video on how to do our little orange shirt pins. So this is one of the examples that I have almost done already. You can see how I started with the outline, and then on this filler I just went horizontally through the shirt part and then on an angle throughout the sleeves. And then on this one you can tell that I went straight horizontal across the whole one, even though I did add porcupine quills. If you have anything extra like that, you're always welcome to put that on your shirts or whatever, but we've just supplied the basic tools and supplies that you're going to need. And then on this one you can see that my beading fill went vertical and then my sleeves were kind of horizontal to the end of it. So in your kit you will receive a little piece of beading felt like this with the shirt outline stapled to it. So this is going to be the pattern that you are going to follow. So you're going to start with cutting about a good arm span length of thread. And then the beading needle that was also supplied in your kit. So you're just going to thread that, and it's just going to be a single thread this way. So this is kind of going to be the way you're going to start beading. You'll come up from the back and add 3 beads or so. You can go anywhere from 3 to 5. I'm just most comfortable with 3, and I find that's how I can get my lines to stay straight. So you add your 3 and go down, and then you kind of come back up right behind the very last bead so that you can come through the front of it, and that's how your lines will look nice and flow very well. So once you get everything filled out, this will take you a little bit, but this is how you're gonna finish off your project. So you wanna keep an eye on the stitches on the back of your beading project because you don't wanna cut any of them while you're cutting out your beading felt. So what I do is I kind of just normally do like a big kind of rough cut around everything, and then I'll go around and trim. So you don't have to worry about your felt being trimmed too close to the edge because a lot of that will be covered up once you put backing on. So you'll see here, this is kind of what your finished beading portion of this project will look like. And then you're also going to take the backing that was provided in your kit and start cutting out kind of the same kind of outline that your beading felt has. It doesn't have to be as exact. So to do your edging, once you have everything cut out, you're gonna need enough. You don't want to have to redo your thread. You want to be able to have enough thread to do all of your edging in one shot. So if you have to go a little bit longer, maybe 2 arm spans length. So this is just kind of a pretty simple edging technique. I don't even know what this one's called, but the way you start is you kind of go in on the back side of your felt and then come out and add 1 bead. And this is kind of how you're gonna continue it. Once you add that bead, you're going to go in on your felt side and out through the back. And then when you come back up, you're gonna go through the bottom of that bead again. So you'll kind of see here how that just adds a nice clean finished edge. The last part of your project is to put on a pin back. So this can be kind of tricky depending on what kind of backing you get in your kit. We have everything from elk hide, deer hide to synthetic backing. So sometimes it might be a little bit tough to pull that needle through, but if you have a thimble or any kind of something to help you pull that through, that would help. So to attach the pin back, I just go around each corner and I'm kind of gonna do a double loop around it before I go back down. So you'll kind of see here, it looks a little bit complicated, but it's not that bad. So you're gonna come around that edge and then come back in, and be careful not to kind of get your thread caught up in any of the hinge or moving parts of the pin back. It can be a little bit tricky, but you just gotta Keep working at it and you'll see how that kind of goes all the way around the outside and doesn't interfere with the actual moving mechanism part of the pin. So you just go around the back once more. I know it still looks messy, but it does make sense. So once you get that on there, you're just going to pull that tight and then go around your edges once more. You'll kind of see it's the same thing that we just did. We just won't wrap around the pin hardware. We'll just go over and then under again. As tricky as it is. And then to finish this off, I'm just going to tie a knot by looping through all of the previous strands that have gone around and doing, I don't even know what kind of knot this is called either, but just going to weave through there a couple times and pull it snug. So once you have one side done, you can trim the tail and do the exact same on the other side of the pin. If you're having a hard time sewing through your pin back, you can also use glue, anything like E6000 or any kind of heavy-duty adhesive like that. So this is your finished product.
These videos are intended for educational and cultural purposes only. We ask that you please do not use these videos for capital gain or exploitation. We also know that the people of Turtle Island all have different traditions and different practices. The teachings in these videos are of Manitou Rapids traditional territory and surrounding area, and we are fortunate enough to be able to share them with you. Don't forget to check on your mom and dad, check on your elders, check on your neighbors, and put your tobacco down. Chimagwech and stay safe, everyone.